Round 2 of the Stanley Cup Playoffs brings a lot of excitement. You trim the fat, going from 16 teams down to just 8. You up the ante, now the dream of hoisting the Stanley Cup is a little bit closer, and we're left with some high quality hockey. Following round 1, the NHL Flash counted down the top 5 moments of the playoffs so far, so why not keep the trend going after round 2? Just because the number of teams were cut in half this round doesn't mean we weren't left with a handful of characters. Plus, the talented hockey clubs that were left after round 1 have left us with some extremely entertaining hockey to watch. As always, thanks for tuning in to the NHL Flash presented by Bardown Hockey. I'm Tyson Geick. On this episode of the NHL Flash, we count down the top 5 moments of round 2 of the 2015 Stanley Cup Playoffs. Moment number 5. The Chicago Blackhawks stopped the Wild dead in their tracks. The Minnesota Wild went on an absolute tear during the second half of the NHL's regular season after they acquired goaltender Devan Dubnyk from the Arizona Coyotes. After taking down the bolstered St. Louis Blues in 6 games, the Wild actually had people thinking that they might just be a cup contender. But just one little problem. They ran into the Chicago Blackhawks that have a freakishly talented roster with more playoff experience than they even know what to do with.
Set ahead by Shaw for Kane. He scores!
The Blackhawks totally wiped the floor with the Wild, taking them down in 4 straight games for the sweep, extinguishing the red-hot team in green. Moment number 4. Alexander Ovechkin comes up with the goal of round 2. Alexander Ovechkin has been often criticized for his inability to perform during big games in the playoffs, or any big games for that matter. But the winger came into the series against the New York Rangers with a bang and even got into the head of goaltender Henrik Lundqvist a little bit. Well, the Great 8 decided to work his magic and treat us to the goal of round 2 in Game 2 between the Caps and the Rangers.
Here comes Ovechkin. Ovechkin with a shot. He scores!
Was that spectacular?
Moment number 3, the Tampa Bay Lightning, and more specifically Ben Bishop, shut PK Subban up. Oh PK. Sometimes you just have to shut up and play hockey. The Montreal Canadiens were down 3-0 against the Tampa Bay Lightning, and then in Game 4 when facing elimination, the Habs actually had their offense explode against the Bolts, leading to Ben Bishop being pulled from between the pipes. Now down 3-1 in the series, PK Subban had to chime in and say this about Bishop.
I think Bishop sort of was sitting on a horseshoe for a little bit there. He's played well, but he's been lucky as well. And I think seeing him being pulled out of the net is a confidence booster for our team as well.
Yeah, it was a nice little psychological tactic that Subban pulled here, trying to get in the heads of the Lightning. But the Tampa Bay Lightning and Ben Bishop would eventually rally. Game 6 of this series was all Tampa Bay, as the Lightning went on to win 4-1 and eliminated the Habs from the playoffs. Bishop's now got a .931 save percentage and a goals against average of 1.81. Horseshoe or not, I'd say that's pretty impressive. Moment number 2, the Calgary Flames never said die one last time. The Calgary Flames entered the series against the Anaheim Ducks as complete underdogs, as I'm sure you could expect. There weren't many people that would have even given the Flames a win when predicting the outcome of this series. The Flames went down 2-0 in the series to the Ducks real quick, but then in Game 3, when trailing by 1 with just seconds remaining, they put the Flames on display that we've all come to know and love.
Good roll. Shooting scores!
Now in overtime, the Flames didn't let much time pass before setting the Saddle Dome on fire and collecting their last win of the 2015 postseason.
Backlund shoots, scores!
Moment number 1, the New York Rangers make history. If you can remember back to last year, the New York Rangers faced off against the Pittsburgh Penguins in round 2 of the Stanley Cup Playoffs, and they fell down 3-1 in the series against the Pens. The Rangers would force Game 7 before bouncing the Penguins from the playoffs with a huge win, eventually en route to the Stanley Cup Finals. Okay, so now it's 2015 and the Rangers find themselves in the exact same position against the Washington Capitals. Down 3-1 in the series, everyone's betting on the Caps, yada yada yada. Then the next thing you know, the Rangers force Game 7 and we have an incredibly tight game on our hands going to overtime. Now first of all, there's not much better than an overtime in Game 7. do or die, amazing. Now let's set the stage here. The Capitals are all over the Rangers, getting chance after chance to end it, but they can't close. And then all of a sudden, this happens.
Came back to Yandel. Drive by Girardi to save. Rebound. Score! Subban!
So with that win, the New York Rangers became the first team to rally from 3-1 series deficits in back-to-back playoffs. We're officially on to round 3. Now it's bittersweet. Only one game a day? After we've been spoiled and seeing as many as 4 games in a day? I guess the quality of hockey that we're about to see is going to make up for the diminishing amount of games that we get. In the West, it's the Ducks and Hawks, and in the East, it's the Rangers and the Lightning. Giddy up, folks. The conference finals start on Saturday. Thanks for tuning in to the NHL Flash presented by Bardown Hockey. Be sure to share this video with your friends, the top 5 moments of round 2, and if you love the video, don't forget to subscribe. If you want a shout out in our top 5 moments of round 3 video that's still to come, all you gotta do is write your name and where you're from below. Finally, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Instagram. Until next time, I'm Tyson Geick.